Okay, I get it. So you don't like kombucha, but do you like June? No, you've not. Okay, well, you haven't heard of it before. Okay, well, stick around because that is totally what we're about to make today, friends. Hey guys, welcome back to Littlefoot Ranch. I am Rebecca, and if you're new here, welcome. I am so glad that you have found us and that you decided to stop by and hang out for a bit. I do videos on everything from gardening, handcrafting, home decor, and DIYs to wellness with essential oils, healthier and compassionate living and cooking, and so much more. Things like working with rescue horses and dogs, and the list goes on. So if any of that sounds interesting for y'all, I would love for you to smash that subscribe button and hit the bell, hit the like button, and stick around for future videos. So you guys know for the month of March, it's hashtag March into Health 23. And today's video I'm super stoked about because I hope some of my friends will really enjoy it and at least try it, especially those who don't like kombucha. June tea, also known as Jun tea, is sort of like kombucha in the sense that it needs a SCOBY and all that good stuff, but there are some key differences. With kombucha, it's generally black tea, though you can use white tea or green tea, but the feeding source is sugar. It's cane sugar. Whereas with June or Jun, depending on how you choose to pronounce it, it can be pronounced either way from the research that I've done on it, is brewed with green tea and fed perfect for my friends who doesn't like kombucha because it's a lot less vinegary, and the green tea too has even more antioxidants and it's higher caffeinated. Well, the stuff that I bought the gunpowder one, but anyway, you get all the benefits of the green tea. It helps with your metabolism, it aids in weight loss and all of those fun things, plus you get the benefits from the raw organic honey. Try to get local, friends. Always try to do local honey. It will do a world of difference for you guys. That being said, now let's get into some more. This started more than 1,000 years ago by a Tibetan monk. I don't know exactly if that's true. I was not around 1,000 years ago, but from the research I've done on June or Jun, I just like to call it June, so we'll just stick with June from here on out, okay? Okay. But it started by more than 1,000 years ago by a Tibetan monk. I've heard of June a long time ago, but it was always like one of those things like with kombucha, somebody gave me a SCOBY, and no one had ever really heard of June. And so I wasn't that motivated to make it because my husband and most of my kids didn't like kombucha anyway. And so I was like, well, you know. But then I did more and more research on it, more and more reviews on it, and it turns out it's a lot less vinegary, like a lot less vinegary and acidic than kombucha. So I was like, you know, a few of my friends on YouTube said that they couldn't do kombucha, and I know my husband and my son Carter can't do kombucha. Well, Doug can do some kombuchas. It depends on the flavors. But my son Carter can't do it at all, but he loves green tea and he loves honey. And this doesn't take as long to brew, and you don't need the temperatures as warm. So, yeah, let's get started. For the June, you need a SCOBY. A June SCOBY. It is not the same as a kombucha SCOBY, so if you know someone with a kombucha SCOBY and they say, oh, I'll give it to you, it's not the same. There are some things I found that you can slowly transition it over, but it is not the same, so I wouldn't recommend it. So definitely get yourself a June SCOBY from a reputable source. I did a lot of research on this company and I just fell in love with it. Also, for the kombucha as well as June or anything else, I prefer loose leaf tea. And so you just want to make sure it's a high quality organic tea. I really like this one. And the gunpowder, it's just a gunpowder green tea and it's a little bit more caffeinated. So, you know, which is better for your metabolism. You will also need a brewing vessel of some kind. I have a big 1 gallon glass jar here. You will also need a cloth towel and some rubber bands. You will also need some raw honey. Make sure it's local, guys. Local honey will do a world of benefits for you, especially if you're struggling with allergies. Raw local honey is really, really great with allergies. So just make sure it's local. You need about 4 cups of water to start with. Yes, there's only 3 in here. I will go into why there's only 3 in here in just a second, but we're going to start with 3. But you'll need about 4 cups of water. So yeah, now once the water comes up to, I pulled this off the stove just before it came to a boil. Like I kind of listened for it. in the tea kettle. And you just want to make sure that it's not super hot before you put your SCOBY in, because anything above like 85 degrees, 80 degrees will probably kill your SCOBY. So you just want to make sure that before you put the SCOBY in that it cools completely, but you want it to be warm enough to dissolve the honey really well. So, in goes the 3 cups of hot water, and now a cup of goodness. See, I poured some in already, but I thought I'd bring you guys down to show you. So now, in case you're wondering why I started out with the 3 cups of water, I'm gonna go get another cup of warm water to get all this goodness out. Okay, so now I'm just coming in. All I did was add the water to the honey to get the rest of the honey out. Okay. Now guys, you just want to give this a good mix to get the honey all good and dissolved. Don't use metal. The ions and the metals, it messes with your tea. So always use silicone or plastic. Alrighty. If you can see it, but it's just a half a tablespoon. But I am only gonna measure about 3 tablespoons. But when you see me get 6 scoops, I didn't want y'all confused. Okay, so 1. You guys can see that, but yeah, you can see how gorgeous that tea is. I don't know what happened. Apologies. I thought it was filming during this part, but all I did was get some more hot water, and I'm steeping the tea, and I'm gonna let the tea steep for about 10 minutes. So you can do it 2 different ways. A lot of people do it, they steep the tea first, and then they add the honey into the tea after they remove all the tea leaves. That's perfectly fine to do it that way. I just really like the honey to get good and incorporated and dissolved all the way through and have time for it to really dissolve. So I just kind of add the honey into hot water first, and then I just steep the tea separately. Now we're just gonna let the tea steep for about 10 minutes. We'll remove the tea leaves and we'll add it to the warm water with the honey, and then we'll add the SCOBY. Okay friends, so it's been about 10 minutes, so I'm just gonna take my nice steeped beautiful green tea, and I just have plastic funnel sitting over my jar, and I'm just going to pour the tea in like so. Now I'm going to go get some more filtered water to fill up the rest of the jar. Okay, so I just got some more room temperature filtered water. Now I'm going to add that. And for now, that is all I'm going to add, because I want to make sure there's plenty of space for the SCOBY and the starter tea. Bring you guys so you can see it. Look how gorgeous that looks. Looks like there's a couple of tea leaves in there. That'll be okay. Okay. So now I'm going to just open the SCOBY. Okay, so here it is. It's a little thin and a little small, but that's okay. Let me go grab a knife. Be right back, friends. Okay, I'm going to just now I got it open all the way. You can see the SCOBY in there. I was gonna pick it out and take it out and show it to you guys, but because it's so thin and small, I don't really want to pick it up because I don't want it to rip and everything. So now I'm just gonna dump all of this in here like so. And now I'm gonna go get some more filtered water. Here's more filtered water going in. Looks like we need just a smidge more, not very much. Okay guys, so I added just a little bit more filtered water, and now I'm going to show you what it looks like before I put the cloth on it. So you guys can kind of see. It might look kind of weird to y'all, but I promise it's full of goodness. Cover this baby up with a cloth and a rubber band, just like we did the kombucha and the tepache, which I set it over here. There's my beautiful Gaia right there. And now we'll have to come up with a name for this one. Maybe I should let my friends name this one. But yeah, those are just some strings. You guys can kind of see. I'm totally stumped on a name for my June. Maybe I should just call her June. I don't know. What do you guys think? Post in the comments below if you have a cool name for her. Now, about the tepache update. You guys may have noticed the tepache is not over there in the corner, and that is because the other day when I went to go check on it, I had the rubber band and stuff off, and I got distracted because I heard an issue with one of the horses. Actually, Reba, she ended up running into a tree and her whole face was swollen. Anyhow, because I heard some commotion with the horses, I kind of ran out there and didn't think to cover it back up. And so I came back in to see my cat drinking out of it. Not the best decision. So I have to start over. But I'm actually kind of glad it did happen because check it out. Some organic pineapple. Yes, indeed. And cinnamon sticks. So score. And I was so sad that I had to pour the tepache out because, oh my goodness, guys, it smelled so good. And it was fermenting. It had beautiful bubbles, the works. It was really a gorgeous specimen. I should have actually taken a short video clip of the whole thing, but I came in and saw the cat. I was like, so anyway, don't leave the cloth off of your ferments. That's no bueno. No, don't do that. Don't fool Rebecca. Make sure they stay remaking the new batch of tepache here in just a little bit, and I'm hoping I can do a one-all video for everything. But a few more notes on. It doesn't take as long. Kombucha traditionally takes a week to 10 days. Mine's been brewing for over 2 weeks. I will go into that as to why I did that on purpose here in the kombucha updated video. Anyhow, it doesn't take as long. That's why it's not as vinegary. Also, kombucha likes to brew in warmer temps, somewhere around the 80-degree mark, whereas June likes it to be in around 70, 68, 70. So that really works for this time of year, you know, with the house, with it, you know, we're getting ready to be going into summer and things of that nature. So, you know, it won't take as long for the June to brew because my house will be more at the right temperatures for it. So guys, that's gonna wrap this hashtag March into Hell 23 challenge video up. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys learned something new. And if you have a cool name for my beautiful June over there, please post in the comments below. I'm wide open to suggestions. So until next time, friends, take care and have a fantastic week.